Hola YouTube, good morning still. It's been a while since I made a video, but that's just because the last week haven't been that interesting. I've taken a week of rest, not doing any music. I've been doing some gigs, but because of the weather, people stayed out very long. So it wasn't really interesting to film because, yeah, it's just like an empty pub for like 3 hours, and the last 3 hours people came in. But it wasn't that busy because when people have nice weather and the summer starts, people do barbecues, go out together, just having fun. But this weekend will probably be different because the weather is, yeah, it's nice, but not that hot anymore. As Pedro Delamigo is a company, there's a lot of stuff we need to do this weekend. Paytax, bookkeeping, basically just like the chores. I'm not going to bother you with that. It's part of the company as well. Going to have a gig at Bonabo tomorrow and want to put out new music today. I made a mashup that I tried for a couple of weeks in the club. It works, but now with Tomorrowland on the weekend, I think it's a good way to put it online. So been preparing that, and I also want to make 2 new music pieces that are ready to play at Bonabo tomorrow. So busy week today. Just going to fill in my taxes and then it's off to the studio. See you in a bit. So what should be like a rendering of like 2 minutes for a video, like editing 5 minutes, turns out to be a project that's going to be 11 hours and only a rendering time. And that's just because I've tried something new in my software and my software didn't like it on my PC there. So the rendering time is 11 minutes, which I don't like. New music is online. I did my taxes in the studio. Just want to have it out on YouTube because YouTube is something that's working quite well for mashups and everything music. My Loreen remix just hit almost 50k now, I believe, which is really insane. So what I did is making a waveform based on the music, but I want to render that and use it in my video, like here. This thingy, it's a song of like 3 minutes, rendering time is 11 minutes. So let's see how much time this baby needs. See you in a bit, hopefully. We're so busy, and while we're doing it, we're watching the opening of the Olympic Games in Paris, which is nice. Made a new video, but found out there was an issue in it and was like, shall I put it online or shall I don't? But I'm not perfectionistic at all, so I'm going to change it. So yeah, it will be a long night tonight. Like, I can show you what happened. Like somewhere here. Oh, how lovely. Fuck. Okay, let's go. So welcome to the studio. It's Saturday now. Already finished up this remix. I wanted to test it tonight at Bonabo because it's like for 90% done. I can't hear anything that I need to change, so that's a good thing. Going to do a short walk now just to clean my head and on to the next project. Don't know which one I will be finishing, but I think I will be cleaning up some older projects to make them sure they're master ready and go to labels. So that's the goal for today. Buy some new music, and after that it's off to Bonabo. But I'm pretty tired, but I've been making great progress so far. So and that's song 2 done. So project number 2, it's called Feel It Moving. I think you heard the idea already in one of my vlogs, but this time I want to play it out tonight. I've been resting this tune for a bit because I don't think it's the right time to release this now, but I do like the song however. So it's just so sick that I now know the techniques to go quite hard without distorting anything, like in volume. Like a year ago or 2 years ago, I wish I would hit -7 without any distortion and also with not moving the limiter. So yeah, we're making great progress. So that's song 2 at least done for now. Maybe I could make 3 today. Sorry, I'm really tired. But yeah, we're doing quite okay. My hair probably looks terrible, but what a night it was. Didn't film that much because I was basically just busy the whole night. I'm really tired and I'm going to bed real soon. But first I have to drive home. But oh, man, from like 11 it was already busy. People were dancing, which is normally an hour later than that. From the beginning it was just like, we thought like, well, probably a rough night. It wasn't that busy in the city, but they went until like 2:45 because then we quit. But what a night. Yeah, mentally I'm really destroyed, but it was a good one. It was one of these nights where you do it for as a DJ. The vibe was great, people were having fun. I couldn't even play like music that I normally don't play. I could play it because people were in the mood for it. Like testing on songs, which went great, people were dancing. I also played stuff like Payback, like the really old Tomorrowland music. I'm tired, but I'm really satisfied with tonight. Now it's time to go to bed because tomorrow I want to make changes to the music I've played tonight because I've got some feedback on my new single. I need a new reference track that will probably make more sense, just to make it more like melodic in the give it more frequency in the high and the mid range. And for the bootleg I made, the only thing I had was that the drop is good as is. I won't change that much, but for the break, vocal needs to punch out more. So that's that. And for my mashup, I think it's too quiet, so the original track needs to be in more volume. That's all stuff for tomorrow. I wrote it down somewhere. But yeah, Bonabo, it was fun. Now it's time to go to bed. But first, drive home. Ciao. So, welcome to the studio. It's been a productive morning already. Now uploading stuff to Dropbox. Just changed the mashup that I played yesterday because I found it a bit low in volume compared to the other professional master tracks. I'm mastering everything myself, so it could be that I'm just trial and error and things. The vibe yesterday was really great. People went really really ham on the mashup, dancing and stuff, which is really nice. But these are the final tweaks I need to make it sure it's working everywhere as it should be. So basically, this is the project. This is 𝗀𝗶𝗶. This is the Lion King. This is some changes I made to Lion King. Like, let me show you. Sounds a bit weird now, but in context it sounds really nice. 𝗺𝗶𝗀𝗶𝗃, 𝗺𝗶𝗀𝗊𝗋, some toms, some hi-hats, some FX, and that's all. And that's how you make a great mashup. At least, that's what I find. So for now, I'm really happy with the result. Now going to work on my Leave the World Behind remix because the drop sounded really good, but the break sounded a bit dull. So that's something we're going to prepare and take on today, and also probably mastering a track, needing more reference tracks to see what and how. And I also got a new ID which I probably work on. It's my last week before I go to Italy for a week. Try to see what I can finish and otherwise what I can bring along to the plane so that I can do it there. Also need to prep my laptop for that as well. Awesome day until so far. Started of course really early at 0 AM because I've been DJing. But so welcome into the Philip Move Room project. I played it yesterday, sounded really well. However, well, it sounded decent, but however, if you take a look at how the tune is evolving, let's look at spam. Like, this is quite not that consistent, so I'm going to work on that to make that more stand out, because I think it lacks somewhat in the mid and the highs, but that's something you just learn by doing. So that's the story for today. See if I can make it more even in the frequency range. So that probably means changing some of these frequencies in here, or just adding a bunch of other leads, which I don't want because there are already lots in there. So yeah, that's main focus for today. Will be tough, but that's a challenge. I think if I'm doing that, I'm almost there. Because I looked at some reference track yesterday, for example, 𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃. It's already better now, but you see that here's stuff missing, and here's also a 𝗙𝗀𝗀𝗶𝗹. But I think with the change already made, it's looking better, so that's good. That's a start. So now I'm going to do some technical stuff. Let's see if I can fix it. So watch some Formula 1 because it's still a bit of weekend for me as well. I mainly have one weekend day, which is Sunday, and then I'll probably spend it in time on studio stuff, my own company, which is Pedro Delamigo, of course, music, downloading stuff, preparing, bookkeeping. So yeah, my weekends are pretty packed. I don't have that much time, so watch Formula 1, but in the between I still went back to the studio. So now working on my remix for Leave the World Behind. Well, it's a bootleg of course, but remix is easier. I will tell you the story about what's the difference between the bootleg and a remix in the future. But when I played it yesterday, this part, that piece was a bit like underwhelming with all the different elements, because there's a FX, there's a bass line, there's a piano, there are strings, there are more pianos, there are plugs, there are like this clock thingy. Whoa. But yeah, that means that there are lots of elements and everything has to have a space in the mix. But the issue is when you have so much different elements, how to give everything space. That's up to now. The drop sounds fucking fantastic. I thought it will be a problem mainly with the drop, but the drop sounds really full, so don't going to touch that. But now it's time to see if I can solve the mystery of having it more space in the mix. I think I already did it. I opened the volume a bit. This was like one track duplicate. Yeah, I have to scroll first. So I just basically changed these. I made a separate track for this because the intro is good in volume, but this one isn't. So another day in the life of studio tweaks. But we're almost getting there. So want to make sure it's this week changing, next week playing, and probably with that I can say, ha, it's done. So won't show you because it's just like a lot of tweaking, and I don't have my GoPro here, but let's go to work again.